So this here is what I tell people, and this is what you need to apply to yourself for your own startup. And once you get, first start with Y, that's where you start. Next, X, and then this is actually quite simple, but it's not easy. Okay? Does that make sense? It's really, f of x is simple. I can write out, oh, gee, start a C Corp, you know, in Delaware. Step 2. And by the way, so many people get that first step wrong. What's that? Step 3 is always profit, and step 2 is f of x. Right, yeah, okay. So, okay, anyway, since I have very little time, I don't know how much time I have left, and in my experience, Q&A is always kind of the most entertaining and interesting part of these sorts of things. So given this really rudimentary explanation for startups, does anyone have any questions they'd like to ask about this or about me or whatever? Yes? Sure. Yes. Simplicity, right? It's simple. You can make a list of these are the things you need to do your startup, right? And you can just simply write them out, you know, come up with an idea, build a financial model, make a 20-slide PowerPoint pitch, find a qualified attorney. I mean, these are simple steps. For some strange reason, people find it extremely difficult to adhere to these simple steps, right? Because it requires a lot of work, and a lot of people don't like to do work. Something I've found is there's kind of two kinds of people, right? I like keeping things simple because the fact of the matter is I'm really not that smart. I have to keep everything very simplified. There's people that talk about startups and then people that do startups, right? And I'm going to guess 70% of the people in this room are the people that like to talk about startups and that will never do one. And that's okay if you know that about yourself already, you know, because maybe you're just going to end up being an insurance adjuster, and that's what you're going to do. And that's going to get you whatever why you want, and you're going to be happy. And that's cool. I think that's great. But if you have these weird delusions about what you are and what you're going to get someday when you're old and you've wasted your life, you're going to look back and go, crap, I didn't get that X and Y right, did I? But what was your question? It was about simple and easy. There, that was an answer. Wasn't that an okay answer? Simple and easy? You follow it simple, and then you got to work hard to do it, because working those things is hard. I mean, coming up with a really good financial model is hard work, but it's simple. Oh yeah, financial model. You show up to the party. Oh yeah, I've got a sweet startup idea. No, I don't have a financial model, but I'm pretty sure we can make money. Okay, get out of here. You're wasting my time. Okay, any other questions? Other questions? Yes. Hey, you're a shill. You're going to cause trouble, Andrew. I think they're mutually exclusive. Well, no, I mean, they're not really, right? Someone who does a startup also can like talking about startups. But in my experience, you just, because I mean, I talk to people and years and years go by and they're always doing the same thing. They're going to these little events, they're talking to people, they're Twittering, they're doing whatever they're doing. And they're all about startups and they just never do them. And I always think, dude, what are you doing? Like, you know, but sometimes, you know, there's timing issues. There's all, you know, it can take years to kind of figure out what you're doing. But really, okay, yeah, there you go. Okay, yeah. Yes. Yeah. Sure. Yes. Yeah. Well, here, let me show you something here. Okay. This is the universe of Y. Right there, okay? And this here is tech startup. Or I'm going to say venture tech startup. And some people can pull their Y out of that, but most people in the world don't. Most people in the world's Y is, hey, do you think I can get the water buffalo to pull the plow today? I mean, I don't know. I mean, you know, we live in a really weird place here. We're white, mostly. We're educated. And if we're not white and we're a different color, we might as well be white because we're Americans. You know, we were born here, and we use the word like all the time, and we look like people on TV and have cars and stuff. But anyway, the point is most of the world here is doing their Y in very different ways. So if you want to go make money selling soap, you know, you don't need to know how to code, right? That's somewhere else, and that's not this meeting, I don't think. And yeah, just get yourself figured out, man. I mean, life's not that hard when you look at it this way, you know? And well, yeah, if all you care about is, you know, hey, I want to get married and have kids and be happy, you know, and have $11 million in the bank account with a Ferrari, well, okay, let's talk. You know, whatever your X is, I bet I can find an F of X that will work for you. You know, some's harder than others. But again, you know, you get X and Y, you can make a function to do it. Maybe low probability or a lot of time. There's all sorts of dilations there, but Jeremy's telling me I'm out of time, and I lost a cap. So, am I out of time?
Yeah, we're out of time.
Okay, guys. Yeah. Okay, thank you.
Thanks, Josh.